am curious what's behind this move, because we've talked a lot about the Goldman analysts, those 13, sort of the lower ranks. Is there sort of that similar pressure to also retain some of the top ranks as well?
Look, if early last year, the story was all about junior bankers girding for more pay, a better lifestyle, and they got a lot of what they asked for, at least in terms of pay, if not a massive lifestyle change. Towards the end of the year, and what we're seeing in the compensation numbers that the banks are posting, it is very clear. Now it is all about rewarding the top talent, the senior bankers, your rainmakers. And across the board at Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, everywhere you've seen compensation costs go up, even Bank of America, which traditionally is not known for opening up its wallet. But of all these banks, it does appear that Goldman Sachs has been more willing to be more generous this year. And that matters because Goldman Sachs was known for big pay pre-crisis. They haven't seen paydays like this in over a decade. And it feels like a long streak of what the partners there would at least consider austerity. You and me might not consider it. That is finally breaking.
And indeed, probably not what the lawmakers think either, Sri. I'm interested as to whether this is going to be lapped up by the lower ranks too. Is this something that junior bankers want to see, that this elevated pay is something that keeps them tied to the bank and wanting to rise through the ranks rather than jumping ship? Or is this very much just focused on not losing a top brass at the moment?
It all depends if you're a junior banker who believes in trickle-down economics. If the seat above you, if your bosses are getting paid more money, that gives you some aspirational goals, and the hope is that it will come through to your ranks as well. But it is also entirely possible that in wanting to reward and award your top performers, your top quartile, your top decile, what you end up doing sometimes is squeezing out the middle. Does that also lead to some hollowing out in the ranks? We will see over the next few months.
So I guess the question is why do they need to do these sort of special equity rewards? I always thought that the pay structure, at least for those folks at the top, was already tethered pretty closely to the bank's performance, and they got their cut based on how the bank performed every year. What's different now?
And you've also got to think about who these people are. These people are already getting 8-figure pay packages. But remember the backdrop. The last 2 years, Wall Street has had a pretty tremendous run. Their Wall Street operations have been minting money through the pandemic. And I guess it's all about trying to make hay while the sun shines.